YouTube. Well, the last couple of weeks I've been building kits and finishing off kits that I had started and put away. You know, kits that you lost your mojo on. Like, I know everyone's, you know, gotten into a kit and like, oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait to get all this. This sucks, I don't want to build it anymore. So that's what, this is the ICM Studebaker US6 truck in Soviet markings, Lend-Lease stuff. It's an interesting kit. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'd probably build it again. So let's take a look at some of the idiosyncrasies of this ICM Studebaker. So we're just going to start with the instructions on this. Like a lot of the Eastern European kits, there are no markings on the sprues. You have to refer back to the numbers on here. So for the first little bit, that's what I was doing until I wised up and sat down and took some time and grabbed a Sharpie. And I don't know if I was going to see it, but as you can see here, I used the instructions and then marked all the numbers on the sprue, which speeded up construction just immensely. Now the first thing with this Studebaker, I'm just going to roll in here some stuff on the instruction sheet. You've got a full engine, transmission, beautiful running gear, nicely detailed. It's all there. Then they do something really stupid and you don't have any hinges to open the hood. So yeah, anyway, let's get to the kit. So there we have the Studebaker. I did it up in Soviet markings, end of the war. So I don't know, the decals, we'll talk about the decals first. The kit decals were unusable. As soon as they hit the water, they broke up, literally just disintegrated. So I just went out and grabbed some decals. There's not a lot of pictures on the net of markings, and what I did didn't really show up all that well because the paint colors were so darn close. I painted it in XF62. To me is olive drab, lightened up with a little bit of yellow, and you can't really see right along there. It is slightly different colors. Basically what I did was I showed, basically painted over with Soviet colors where the American markings would have been, but they didn't really turn out. And it was looking kind of blah, so I put these cheesy red stars on the door and this big star on the hood, and like, yeah, it doesn't look very good. And I thought, you know what, I am going to throw some crosses on it to go with that JS2. So we put the, you know, hand painted the invasion stripes on, did some blocks on it, blah blah blah, drip paint. So I'm kind of going in this, going half-assed backwards on this. I'm talking about painting and finishing it first versus construction first, which is kind of dumbass thing to do. But there you can see there's some more paint strips in there and blah blah blah. I'm sure that they were drinking homemade moonshine when they painted up. But anyway, enough of the painting. Pretty much standard weathering, blah blah blah, pin wash, some fading. It's going to have a little bit more once I put it into context. I'll bring up the ground cover and weather it that way. The tires need a little bit weathering and all that kind of stuff. But okay, let's talk about tires. The kit tires are completely wrong. Now when I bought this kit 8 years ago, you know, back in those days I had to have everything had to be right because I was a serious model builder. So I bought the kit and spent another $27 on friggin' resin tires. You can see on the, I don't know if you see, the thing is you can hardly even see once it's been painted how these, well, you can't even see there. Let's find somewhere where you can actually see it. Okay, right here you can see how each one of the cutouts are not, they're opposite, they're offset. All the grip cuts are offset, whereas on the factory stuff, they're right opposite each other. So that is completely wrong. If I was rebuilding it, buying this kit again and redoing it, oh god, I wouldn't spend 25 bucks in bloody resin tires, you know? Don't need it. Throw a little mud on it, it's fine. Having said that, it wasn't a bad kit. So full undercarriage, full engine, all running gear driveline, but you really got to watch it, boys, because if you look really closely you can see how crooked this front drive axle is. That's just the way it's done. You got to be super careful to build a square frame. I tried to square it up, but you got to be careful. The frame is multi-piece, so there's lots of warping. This front hood, or this whole front engine piece, was multi-pieces. It warped like a some gun. So that's why the doors are open, because they wouldn't fit. The cab was too crooked and too warped for it to fit. You can actually see how it's kind of rocking there. Like you can say, well, it's bad construction. Well, maybe it's bad construction, but yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough to build. But having said that, I really like it. And apparently the Russians absolutely loved this Studebaker. And I would recommend it, but just prepare to spend a little bit more time on that frame and the running gear than you would saying something, I don't know, like a Tamiya or maybe even Dragon or Hobby Boss or a Trumpet or something like that. It's a fiddly build, but it's not as fiddly as, say, that M22 that I just built. I guess when you get right down to it, it's one of those things, would you build this kit again? Yes, I would. It was actually a fun build. I don't do many trucks, but this was a great kit. This is a really fun kit. I enjoyed it. So there you go, guys, the ICM Studebaker. Once again, this is probably not a kit I'd ever think about paying full price for, but if you can find it on sale, or if you can find it at a discount, hell yeah, pick it up. Even if you got to pay 40 bucks, it's a good addition, especially for Soviet stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all my subs. I really appreciate things. I am going to do a giveaway. I just need to find out where I put my giveaway prize. Yeah, stay tuned. Next video we're going to talk about a giveaway prize. Later guys.